Welcome sweet friends. I'm glad you're here today. We're going to do a video that's going to focus on our core, a little bit of everything, but mostly our core. So hopefully you like it. If you do, subscribe on YouTube, send it to a friend if you think they might need it, whatever you think works. Outside of that, we will go ahead and get started. We're going to start on our backs today. I'll give you lots of options throughout this video for different levels, or just wherever you are today. You might be kind of tired but want to do some core. So either way, find your way to your back. And something I want to focus on in this core class is doing this mindfully, really connecting to our breath, finding a comfortable place on our backs, lengthening through our spine. And we're going to move our class today nice and slow, like I said, mindfully, while, slamming through some ab work and crunches and that does work and it's amazing and everything, but I want to focus on doing this mindfully, maybe finding a way to be sustainable in our core work. So find that length in your spine, find your breath. Breathe really deep into your belly. Fill your belly with air and feel your belly expand. Hands wherever they fall. Now, as you breathe in, notice that your belly opens up. Now, when you exhale, really pull your belly in, pushing all of the air out of your lungs. You might feel your lower back become a little more flush with the mat as you exhale, and contract that belly in to push all the air out. See if you can do that 3 more times. Big, deep breaths, pushing all the air out. Empty out the lungs. One more big one. Now, whenever you're ready, bring your palms flat to the mat. You want your feet about hip width apart. We're going to start with some slow bridges. So whenever you're ready, pressing into your feet, all 4 corners of your feet, we're going to inhale, curl your tailbone up, begin to lift your hips and pelvis, push your shins forward, chest comes towards your chin. Keep a slight lift in your chin towards the sky so we don't crunch in our neck. Exhale, roll it down really slowly. We don't have to come into a really big bridge here. We're just starting to open up through the front body. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, roll it down. See if you can go slow, vertebra by vertebra. I mean, the intention is to vertebra by vertebra. Really feel it through your spine. Exhale, release. Now, from here, take your fingertips, interlace them, bring them behind your head. Hammock your neck. Elbows wide. Feet pressing into the mat. Take your thumbs, give your neck a massage around the base of the skull if it feels good. We want to try and keep our neck and shoulders relaxed as much as we can here. It's so hard to do when you're doing core work, but we're going to do our best. Massage your jaw if you tend to clench around your jaw. Just letting your muscles know it's not time to clench up. We're going to relax here. And whenever you're ready, Keep your elbows wide. Take a big inhale like we did in the beginning. On your exhale, pull your belly in, release all your air, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Keep your elbows wide, hold here. Now keep a lift in your chin, like you're holding something between your chin and your chest. Breathe, keep holding. Inhale, exhale, belly draws in. Elbows are wide. One more inhale, exhale, release. Ooh, perfect. And if your belly's already on fire, walk your feet out a little bit, bring your knees in, let your belly relax. Couple deep breaths. And when you're ready, if your feet are wide, bring them back in, hip width apart. We're going to do the same thing, except this time, so you can keep your feet on the ground. If that was lighting you up and you were like, whoa, I feel it, keep your feet on the ground. We're going to do the same thing. If you want a little more, lift your shins. Perfect. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Head, neck, and shoulders. Elbows wide. You might feel a shake here. Maybe wiggle your ankles. And you can add a little more here if you want. Keep breathing, don't lose your breath. And if you want more, you can take your left toes, touch them down, lift. Right toes down, bring them back up. Down and up. Or you're just right here, lift it up. Elbows staying wide. Or you're here. Or your toe taps. Breathe. Move mindful. Exhale, release. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Keep your elbows wide. Take some deep breaths. Whoa, mama. Inhale, bring your knees back together. And then we're going to do that one more time. So your version, whatever works for you. If you want to just lift on your exhale, you can bring the shins up. Again, make this yours. So you can do your toe taps. Just don't lose your breath. Keep your elbows wide. Keep your navel drawing in towards the spine, like you're pushing the air out of your lungs. Exhale, release. Take 3 deep breaths. You can either have your knees wide here, soles of your feet together in a supine cobbler's pose, or you can do the same thing we did earlier, feet wide, knees in together. Release your fingers. Bring them to your belly. Maybe rub your belly, take some deep breaths. Rock your head side to side if it feels good. Then when you're ready, draw your knees into your chest and maybe find a little rock up. And if you can, rock into boat pose or not, just rock up. You can bring your feet to the mat, hands behind your thighs, and then lift your shins into a boat pose variation. So you can be here, you can be here, 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 or you can do the same thing here. You can have your hands together at your heart. You can find toe taps here, or you're here. Either one's fine. Or you might find toe taps with a twist. So find what works for you. Lots of options. Breathe through it. And then when you're ready, whatever you're doing, take a couple more breaths wherever you are. And then exhale, release. Come to your Sukhasana seated position. Take some deep breaths. Find your comfortable seated position, whether it's cross-legged or whatever it may be. Just lengthen through your spine. That's what I'm asking. That's all I need from you. Lengthen through your spine and keep your breath. And then when you're ready, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, pull them down and back. See if we can release some of that tension. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, pull them down and back. One more. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, down and back. Perfect. Maybe rock your head a little side to side. Loosen up in the neck, especially if you built up a lot of tension doing some of that core work. Maybe shake your head yes and no. And then when you're ready, find a side body stretch, placing your palm on the ground. It doesn't matter which side. Other side up and over. Exhale, bring it over into a twist on the opposite way. Twist, twist, twist. Breathing deep, keeping length in your spine here. Exhale, release. Find the opposite side, body stretch. Nice big stretch. Breathing deep. Exhale, bring it over into a twist the opposite way. Again, let your breath be active here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, let it deepen your twist. Exhale, release. And we are going to come to tabletop on our mat. So find your tabletop, stacking your joints, stacking your bones. You want your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hip points, ankles behind your knees. And then when you're ready, drawing your navel up to your spine, pushing the earth away from you. Elbow creases are shining forward, crown of the head is reaching forward. You can curl your toes under here or come onto the tops of your feet, whichever way. Really press into your feet, draw your navel up, and you're going to lift your knees and hover. You can find a little rock here, really feeling your muscles activate. Keep breathing. Exhale, release. Perfect. Cat, cow. Inhale, dropping your belly. Pressing your heart space forward. Exhale. Curling, pressing the back body up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Dropping the belly. And just find what you need here. Like find your own cat, cow. Moving with your breath. You can do barrel rolls with the chest if that feels good. Taking the ribs to one side, up, the other side, and then down. And then whenever you're ready, really plant your palms. Coming back to your tabletop, lengthen through the spine, slide your right toes out, slide your left toes out, coming into a plank. Holding plank, pressing the earth away from you. Maybe rock back and forth. Find that length in your spine. Side to side. And if you want, you can stay here holding plank. You can be in your half plank with your knees down. Or you can be here and then you can take some hip dips. Dip your hips to one side. Inhale back to center. Dip to the other. Breathe. Or you're just holding plank or half plank. Inhale to center. Coming back to plank. Exhale, lower it all the way down. Ta-da! Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Press into your palms, press into your forearms. Press into the tops of your feet. Press your pelvis into the mat. Inhale, pull your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Chin tucks a little bit. Shoulder blades are really pulling together. Forearms are really pushing into the mat. Pelvis is really pressing into the mat, protecting our lower back, Sphinx pose. Stretching out the front body. Arms are working hard here as well. And then when you're ready, inhale, look to the left. One full breath. Inhale, exhale to center. Inhale, look to the right. Keep pulling your shoulders back. Exhale back to center. Lower down. If you want, you can curl your toes under and push up to forearm plank. Or you're going to push back up to plank, plank. Plank, plank, whatever that is. Inhale, lift your tailbone, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out here. Really press your heart space back. Elbow creases are still shining forward. Getting that good rotation in our humerus, our upper arm bones. And then when you're ready, if you're pedaling your feet, drop your left heel. Lift your right leg up high. Exhale, bend that knee. Take that right knee to left elbow. Inhale, slowly three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, slowly three-legged dog, you've got this. Exhale, nose to knee. Reach your heel towards your glute. Inhale, three-legged dog one more time. Exhale, step it up. Lower that back knee. You can keep the back toes curled. You can come onto the top of your foot. And then when you're ready, pressing into that back foot, pressing into all four corners of the front foot. Come on up and find a low lunge. Pull that right hip crease back. Feel a nice stretch in that left front of the leg, hip flexors. Now, if you want, you can bring your fingertips to the ground, curl your back toes under, and then lift up. High lunge. You can bring your arms up. You can lower and lift if you want. Or you can just be here. Or here. 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 Breathe. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then when you're ready, fingertips come to the mat. If your back knee is on the ground, curl your toes, lift that back knee. Keep pulling back in that right hip crease. Plant that left palm, inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the sky. Big twist. Lift your hips a little, lift your hips a little. Exhale, release. Slide those right toes back to plank. Breathe here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Keep your palms back by your ribs underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, baby cobra. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Pulling your shoulders back. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Curl your toes under. Press up to tabletop. Bring your big toes to touch. Knees wide. If it's comfortable, or you could come to traditional child's pose. Knees together. Sink your hips back. You can keep your arms outstretched. Or you can swim them around and come into child's pose. Breathing deep, or you're in extended child's pose. Big, slow, deep breaths here. At least 3. Inhale, coming back up, find your tabletop. Pressing the earth away. When you're ready, curl your toes under. Lift your tailbone, find your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Elbow creases shining forward. And then when you're ready, drop that right heel, lift the left leg high. Exhale, bend that knee, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Left knee to nose, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press the earth away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step it up to your low lunge to start. Take some deep breaths wherever you are. You can be here, pulling that left hip crease back. You can be here, here. You can be lowering and lifting. Whatever works best. Pulling back in that left hip crease. Keeping that navel drawn in. Keeping that connection to your breath. And then wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Wherever you may be. And then when you're ready, bring your fingertips back to the mat. Curl your back toes under if they're not already. Lift your back knee, planting that right palm. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up high to the sky. Big deep breath, lift your hips a little. Exhale, release. Plant your palms, slide those toes back to plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, walk your feet and hands together and find a forward fold. Breathing deep. Finding movement if you need it. Bending your knees as much as you need to. Let your arms hang, or you can clasp opposite elbows. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, find a halfway lift so you can keep your fingertips on the mat, lengthening through the spine, shins, your upper thighs. Or my favorite, take airplane arms. Really lift up through the triceps. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll it up. Tadasana. So find your mountain pose here. Find where you feel stable with your feet. So for most people, it's going to be about hip width apart. Press into all 4 corners of your feet. You can have your arms, just let your arms hang. Let the weight of your fingertips just pull your arms down. You can open your palms if you want. You can keep them turned in. Find that length in your spine. Breathe. Whenever you're ready, you can start from right here, or you can walk your feet in together, whatever feels best. We're going to come to a tree pose. So let's start with our right leg up first. So we'll start with our left leg being our standing leg. So find your stability in your feet, really pressing into all four corners. Think about hugging muscle to bone. Like you're activating all your muscles just enough to stabilize around your joint area. That's the best way I can think of to explain it. So try that. Shift your weight over to that leg. Slowly begin to peel up in the right toes. You can have your hands on your waist here. Slowly lift that knee, right knee lifted. We're in a standing Tadasana. And then whenever you're ready, if you want, take the sole of that foot to your left inner thigh. Roll that thigh out. Opening up in that hip joint. So there's a thing in yoga world called a drishti, or a focal point. It kind of helps give you balance. It gives you something to focus on. Think about hugging all your muscles to bone, including your muscles around your ribs. Press your right foot into your left thigh, press your thigh into your foot. And then find where your arms want to be. Here, tree pose. Breathe where you are. Here, and then when you're ready, release. I was falling out of it anyways. And that's okay. If you want to hold it longer, reset. Find your base, find your stability, your alignment, and then slowly get there. So we're going to start really pressing into the right foot, hugging those muscles to bone, peeling up from the left, coming into a one-legged Tadasana to start, and you can stay here if you want. Or you can open up and find tree pose. Whatever it is for you. Pressing sole of the foot and inner thigh together. Breathe where you are. Really pulling those rib muscles in. Ribs are down. We're not splaying them out, throwing our balance off. Breathe, and then when you're ready, release. Release your hands. Perfect. And then from here, awesome. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your palms. Step your right toes back. Step your left toes back. Coming to plank. From here, we're going to do some mindful mountain climbers. So, really pressing the earth away. And then do however you want. Just move with your breath, as fast or as slow as you want. I say mindful, it's what works best for me. So whenever you're ready, exhale, bring your knee towards your elbow, opposite elbow, same side elbow or nose. Whatever works best for you. Inhale, contract. Exhale, bring your foot back. Inhale, opposite foot. So whatever works for you. Can bring everything towards your nose, just move with your breath. then when you're ready, lower your knees. Perfect. Coming to tabletop. Take a couple cat-cows. If you want to keep doing your mountain climbers, you can. Trying to keep this available for everybody, so you can always pause and keep going on the ones that you may want to keep doing longer. After your cat-cow, slowly bring yourself to a seat. And then a couple things. You can have your feet flat on the mat and roll back really slowly, each vertebra at a time, or you can bring your legs out long, squeeze them together, point your toes, roll back this way. Whoo. Once you get there, bring your arms up overhead, big full body stretch. Roll your ankles, roll your wrists. Perfect. Lift your feet flat on the mat, knees up. And then as you're ready, take a couple deep breaths. Arms can be wherever they are. This just feels good for me. And when you're ready, interlace your fingers, bring them behind your head again. Lift your shins. Or you can keep your feet on the ground again. This is your practice. I'm trying to just give you options. So for me, it's going to be lifted shins. Make sure your spine is long on the mat. Big inhale, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift. And we can stay here, or you can come into yogi bicycles, straightening your right leg. Right elbow comes to left knee. Inhale back to center. Switch. And move with your breath. Again, mindful. Or you're here. Or you're doing yogi bicycles. Keep your chin lifted towards the ceiling. Keep going, or whenever you're ready, take a break. Bring your soles of your feet together, knees wide, or feet wide, knees together. Release your fingertips, spine long. Walk your feet in or bring your knees up. Take your feet up high to the sky. Roll your ankles, point your toes if it feels good, or you can activate your feet towards your forehead, whatever feels best. Reach up towards your feet, and on an exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe pulse. You can pulse to the side. Keep breathing. Breathe. Keep going. You got this. You got this. And then when you're ready, release. Take your arms and legs out wide, full body stretch. Squeeze your toes, squeeze your fists together. Really big stretch. And then walk your feet together. And then take your heels to the left side of your mat. We're going to come to one of my favorites, banana pose. Cross your right ankle over your left. Shimmy your shoulders and upper body to the left side. Left hand grabs right wrist. Breathing here. Every inhale, feel the whole side body stretch. Inhale, unraveling, coming back to center. And then when you're ready, walk your heels to the right, crossing left ankle over. And then shimmy upper body to the right. Right hand grabs left wrist. And find your breath. When you're ready, unravel. And you can find a nice Shavasana, however that's going to be for you today, if you're even going to take one. Hopefully you do. Give yourself a few moments. You deserve it. You seriously just worked really hard. So you can be in a traditional Shavasana. You can have your knees lifted. You can have a bolster or blanket. Whatever feels best. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of what you needed today. I hope you take some time for yourself to let your body and mind relax. You truly do deserve it. Just let your body melt into the earth. Feel the earth rising up to support you. And if you know someone that you feel might need this video, just share it with them. If there's something that you need more of or want to work on, you can certainly let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to see what I can do for you. It truly was an honor to have you join me on the mat and let me guide you through something that I hope carries you throughout the day. Hopefully you maintain that sense of mindfulness. Again, thanks for joining me. Namaste.